You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we're back with you with our final official episode of Season 3.
Amazing. What a season it was.
It was fantastic. I'm very happy. Great movies, a gigantic undertaking in the MCU.
I don't think an undertaking
verse.
like that has ever been even tried.
No,
in the
except
history of
physically
mankind.
making the movies. But yeah, so
that doesn't count.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so we've got a bit to discuss. We've got some interesting episodes coming up in the next couple weeks we want to talk about, some cool news, and we are here for you for all of it.
Yes, we are. As we always are.
Yeah, well, because we got to be somewhere.
Here
That's
for
what the
you.
police
Call
said.
me. Talk to me.
Yeah. Speaking of Call Me, Talk to Me, hopefully you've checked out on YouTube. You've checked out our latest hotline commercial that's out there. Both the commercials are there. The phone line is real. As like dumb as the commercial
real.
is. It is a real phone number.
I
It is
know
a
what.
working
The
phone
hotline
number.
bling to call the MCU and leave a message at the beep. Ow.
People who are watching the video version of this podcast will notice that I'm currently wearing a cool little gladiator thing. Todd has very brilliantly, I made sure to make the point after the fact. I was not in the mood for fun.
I totally said, and I was like, huh, well. I was like, well, there you go. I was like, that's that one, I guess.
But he's like, the MCU has the Winter Soldier and we have the Summer Shoulder.
Yeah.
And I thought, and like literally, I was in so much pain at the time. It completely went over my head.
Gotcha.
But then literally, I went back to my phone a little while later, and I had my my anti-inflammatories in me. I was icing my shoulder. I'm just sitting there, and I looked at it. It was just like, and then so I texted him, and I'm just like, just so you know, I did not give you enough credit for how good that line was.
I was like, oh, there you go. Like, all right.
There it is.
I'm not saying every single time, but I was like, that one I was like particular. I was like, I think it was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
They have the MCU, we've got our MCU, and we've got the Summer Shoulder here. Fuck that other guy with the robot arm. We got this guy with a real arm.
Yeah. So anybody who shit, I didn't see me hurt myself picking up a Pepsi.
But should have a big straw.
Oh man.
You can hear sucking
But
on
only
it
if
all
it's
the time.
a plastic straw.
Yeah.
Fuck sea life.
Agreed.
But no, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't.
Well, if they
Don't
consent,
fuck sea life.
If they consent,
Yes.
then yes.
Yes. And if it's got a big enough, but let's not even get into it. This is for the courts to decide.
Exactly.
But yeah, the anybody who doesn't know, I have recently been diagnosed with bursitis in my shoulder, as well as a small rotator cuff tear. It has been quite painful. We actually had to go a chunk of time without recording because I was
They used to call that Jacker's disease. But they've changed it to something a lot less scientific, in my opinion.
I was waiting. I have a female physiotherapist, and she was like asking questions about how it happened and stuff, and I didn't really have an answer. I don't really know how it happened, but I was waiting for some kind of accusatory kind of like, I know what you were doing.
Exactly.
But that's neither here nor there. My physiotherapist is doing a great job.
Great
Canadian Health.
job.
Woo!
Don't woo that.
Why?
Half our audience doesn't even know what that is.
I know, but they should.
Yes.
Bernie Sanders,
They will.
2020.
I'm going for Hillary again. Come on, Hillary.
Come on, you can do it. Third time's a charm. But
It's funny that you mentioned that. I just watched some documentary thing on Netflix. It was about this data collecting company.
it was the Great Hack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. It was really good.
Fuck you, Cambridge Analytical.
Yeah,
You're the plastic
that's what it was
straws
called.
of companies.
Yep. Cambridge Analytical. Woo.
Yeah. But,
Anyhow.
other things, video-wise, to do a little housekeeping on, you'll notice a lot of bright light coming from behind us. This is not the first time, but one of the very few times we have recorded during the day.
I had to be brought here in a hearse that had blackout curtains, and I was in a coffin in the back.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be out in the daytime.
No, I'm not either. I got a lot of tan going this year, but usually I'm too friggin' pasty for that nonsense. So.
Don't open the blinds or woo. Exactly.
But I mean, that covers that. But let's talk about what's going on. Big piece of news in the semi-Marvel universe, of the Sony Marvel universe. Our dear friend Andy Serkis is now the director of Venom 2.
That's awesome.
I'm very I'm interested in that. I think that
I didn't think Venom was nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
I didn't. But
for what it was.
But yeah, it's just whatever. It's like, it wasn't like it was. I wouldn't even put it into the category that I would some of the DC movies.
Right.
Like where you're just like, wow, these guys really don't know what they're doing. I just didn't like the decisions that they made while making this movie.
Some of it was, most of it was pretty stupid.
Yeah. Like you get the feeling when you watch like Batman versus Superman, you're like, does this guy even know who these people are? Or did he just see photos of them and said, okay, I'll work off of this.
I can work off these abs.
I'm reverse engineering bat nipples.
They're still talking about the Snyder Cut. And now, I don't know what actor it is or somebody, some other director, Kevin Smith or something, is like, there is a Zack Snyder cut, and then now they want the company, like Warner Brothers, whoever, to put 30 to 40 million into putting that all together.
So, which is proof. 30 to 40 million is proof that there isn't a Zack Snyder cut, because
it would be just done.
A cut would be done.
Yeah.
You might have to do some digital grading or something. Doesn't cost 30 to 40 million dollars to do that. May cost like $2 tops.
Seeing how much those movies cost, I wouldn't doubt it, right?
Yeah. And guess what?
Zack Snyder's like, I need 25 million just to slap new credits on this thing.
Well, and here's the problem.
Like, what?
It's like, what are you hoping to get out of it? The best case scenarios. Ooh, see, we have a good movie.
And which one is it? Is it the Justice League?
Yeah.
It's the Justice League Snyder Cut, not Batman versus Superman.
No, Batman versus Superman is the Snyder Cut,
Could you imagine,
which is proof that you don't need the Snyder Cut of Justice League. You
actually watch the Snyder Cut and you're like, this is a great movie.
That would blow my mind.
What a movie.
That would blow my mind. But
it would also blow my mind because I fucking doubt it.
I think that the best reaction you would get is, it's better than the Whedon cut.
Yeah.
That's the best you're going to get.
Which was still a cut off of his old cut.
Yes.
So it's like the third cut.
Yeah, they did a lot of reshoots and stuff like that, but it's just like...
Nobody could save that. I feel bad for Whedon. Because now that Whedon's name was attached to it even at all, like... Yeah. At least when James Gunner there fucking left, he did the right thing. He sat on his, he sat on his hands for a while, and then he hooked up with, to make a movie himself. Yeah. Not like, hey, come fix this movie up, and now you said, Yeah. Can't take Alan Smithy now, because you're him now, man.
You got it. I think, though, just going back to the Venom 2, I think that Andy Serkis is going to bring a real good direction to performance.
I agree.
In this.
He'll probably be Venom.
That wouldn't surprise me
just
entirely.
The symbiote itself.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
What's his name will be there.
Yeah. His tweet that he said that was like announcing it and confirming it did not really tell me much. I didn't know what it was
just
until
like,
I looked
the
it up.
symbiote are together.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, he's been cast in the movie. Maybe he's going to be the bad guy or something like that. Blah blah blah. And then it was like, oh no, he's directing. I'm like, oh, I did not get that from your tweet
after
at all.
you know that when after he sent that tweet, he was like venoming around his house. You know that he was probably going and like being Venom. I can totally see it.
I think
his wife's probably like, oh fuck, he just got another gig. Like,
my call. He does not play Venom. He plays Carnage.
Ah, he'll play somebody.
He's playing somebody. There's
too fast for Carnage, but I hear you.
What?
It's too fast for Carnage to be coming into the storyline, but
Yeah, but they
I don't
already
know who the hell else they have for Venom to fight other than Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, Venom better not be its own long ass series. Venom is the bad guy for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do?
I'm surprised they even went with a Venom movie. I think it's such a weird choice.
Well, when they were gonna do like the whole Sinister Six thing and stuff like that, I was like, okay, they were gonna get some bad guy movies, whatever.
Right.
But then, they did after everything that happened with Spider-Man happened at the time, and then they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm like, maybe no. Maybe
it made like $800 million worldwide. So regardless of how shitty the movie is, it
Well, and that's the thing.
I hate it. I don't know, man. Tom Hardy there, whatever the fuck his name is, man. He bugs me sometimes. And he walks like he got run over by the fuck train. Do you see him how he moves in this movie? Like he can't even. He's all hunched over and shit. I'm like, is that his character choice, or is he just is he just racked?
Everything about Tom Hardy in every single movie is a choice.
Right.
Like he's like, oh, this character, his finger does this the whole time, just weird little twitches and stuff. And then all the critics are like, what the hell's he doing with his hand? Like, does he have some kind of nerve disease or something?
Probably
like that?
Is just his actor's choice.
He's like, he likes to do that. It's a choice.
It's the thing.
And it's just, but it is what it is. I think there's an opportunity to take.
I think the next one's going to be way, way better.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have a much darker tone, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah. That's
maybe
what I'm
not
thinking. I
awesome,
think they can,
but better than.
Yeah.
Because they know, Tom Hardy knows, they know that the movie was not like.
it's not what they wanted it to be.
Yeah, so this next one will be it.
Yeah. So there's that to consider. There hasn't been a lot of news in the last little week.
No, there hasn't been.
No.
I have news.
Yes, I want to hear about
I
this.
said last mini-sode
Yeah.
that we were talking about all the new MCU movies coming out. Not ours. That's going to be pretty soon.
Very soon.
But
It's going to be a porno.
that's how we start. We'll have every genre of movie.
It ties in when Samuel
porno.
L. Jackson
Porno
shows up
spoof.
at the end.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Stop fucking that girl. I got a job for you.
It's me. I'm the girl, though.
Yeah.
So we're not hiring actual women. They won't do it. They
Low
won't have anything
budget.
to do with it.
We're not even
Neither
putting
will
a wig
any
on
other
him.
men.
We're just like literally we just put in lipstick on his forehead. Girl.
Yeah. Or maybe even just like an arrow.
Anyway, sorry. Yes.
Oh yeah. So I said that Shang-Chi and the 10 power rings
Legend of the Ten Rings.
of whatever flavor are. I said that was going to be the lowest box office, like the one that made out of the new ones. I think it's going to be. I've been thinking after I said it, I don't know, man, because it sounds so cool. Like the manner sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'll bet there's going to be cool kung fu fighting. People are into it. I think Black Widow is going to be the weakest of the.
Yeah. I
Just my prediction. I think that the hardcore MCUers are going to go see the movie.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the other ones. It doesn't have the appeal of the other ones.
I don't
in
know,
my opinion.
I think
It's going to be some espionage movie that we pretty much already saw with the Captain America movies. Like
Yeah. I don't know. I have no guesses
Prove
on
me
any
wrong.
of these. I'm weirded out by the Eternals, but again, everything I don't know,
that was my second pick.
Yeah, like
I think Black Widow's going to do the worst, and then I think the Eternals will do second worst.
But I had the same thought, like we've talked about it before. I've had the same thoughts about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, this movie's not going to do well. Nobody knows it. And then, it was huge.
Well, as long as you introduce the characters properly.
And that's exactly it. So it's like, I don't know. We've got
a smart guy to make the damn movie.
Agreed.
The kids all know before they come on, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm telling you, in all the cartoons, they introduce them. Like on Spider-Man and stuff, I'd be like, oh, here's the Guardians of the Galaxy they're coming up with a movie with. And then they kind of give you a brief rundown of like...
Yeah, just so you're not scared when it happens.
Yeah, when you're not scared. Why did I come into this movie? What is this?
Who is this? He seems like he's
all
a
the
Star-Lord.
time. Mystery. That's what we should. We should do mystery movies where one of us is blindfolded. And when we get into the theater every time, it's fucking Spawn.
Oh, Jesus. One of us will die the next time we watch
I know.
Spawn.
I don't watch it.
I
want to even say just like as a joke sometimes to watch it, but I'm like, no.
It's like saying Macbeth in the theater. It's no good. That was very good.
Wasn't it though? Yeah.
That was
right there. Shaw. if anybody would call right now is the time. George Bernard Shaw Theater. That would be Stratford because Shaw they don't do Shakespeare.
No, yeah.
Either one of them call me. I can do that for you.
But just a little background on his banquo there. That was we watched it was like a BBC presentation of
Hamlet.
Yeah. And Derek Jacobi, who's a big guy in that world. You know him from a lot of things.
He was in Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet too.
He played the dad, or not the dad, but the stepdad in that. But yeah, he's in a lot of different things. He's in one of the Underworld movies.
Yeah.
But
you've seen a lot of British stuff. Or like, hey, it's Derek Jacobi. I'm like, right on.
But yeah, there's that one moment where he's quite good in it.
He's like the British Richard Dreyfuss.
I just think
think of Richard Dreyfuss with a British accent and maybe some facial scruff. You got that guy right there.
Slightly like more Matt Damon's eyes, like those bluey eyes. But he
cannot be perfect.
But yeah, he's quite good in it. But he just has that one moment where he just goes, "Thank you." And I put it right up there with that time we saw that college play where the girl goes, "I rode him," and it was just,
you never forget it, eh?
I can't. And you know what? I feel so bad. That's my biggest fear now that I've just said it out again. Is that's like we don't have a lot of local listeners. Most of our listeners are outward, and I picture what like our. In that list of local listeners is her, and she's like, I really like this show, and then she's like, yeah, and there's this dumb bitch in fucking and there's like, I wrote it, and she'll know immediately, and she'll be like, oh my god, these two guys were the ones in the crowd who laughed at me.
And now they're making a career off of it.
And I want to be very clear again. I think we clarified this the last time we told this story, but it was a couple years ago, I think. But we did not laugh at her to be dicks. We laughed at her because that was the response that came, like, flying out of our bodies. It's like, you know, when you vomit, like just uncontrollably.
Yeah. And just suddenly, like you're like, oh man, I think I'm gonna, and before you can even say vomit in your head, you're throwing up all over the place.
Yeah, you're just like walking around. That's what happened. And it was like, I felt horrible that I laughed, but it was just like, and I was like, and you could feel the looks from other people. You could do that. I'm like, I wasn't even in the headspace to laugh before that moment happened. And,
just the way it happened.
Anyways.
That's like when me and Aaron laughed when that guy fell off the horse at the circus and smashed his face off the metal ring around. Holy fuck, did we ever laugh? Everybody was like, oh my God, they looked. It was like the Neil came off the record and everybody looked at us and we just laughed and laughed. Those poor animals. That fucking guy deserved it.
You betcha. So.
And then I rode him.
She rode that horse until she fell off. Right?
And had a very bad spinal injury. Be careful out there.
Yeah.
See, we care.
Yeah. You could be the next Superman in a bad way.
Yep. In the worst way.
Yes. Or to a lesser extent, Kaylee Cuoco. She broke her leg once.
Kaylee Cuoco.
She broke her leg once.
Is she the chick from the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah. She during like season 3 or something, she fell off her horse in the off season and broke her leg. So then she had to stand. She was always standing behind things, so you couldn't see her walking boot.
I thought you just thought she was like horseish or something, so you mentioned that. But I was like, oh, she was on a horse. I was like, I gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
She's quite lovely. She was there for John Ritter when he needed her most.
She's going to be. Was she on the show?
Yeah. She was She was the teenage daughter.
I purchased Problem Child 1 and 2 on VHS.
Oh my God.
I was gonna watch it, but then after Weekend at Bernie's VHS, I was tapped out.
Oh my God.
Tapped right out.
Now, asking you, because you've bought a lot of VHS.
Yeah.
Is your favorite part of the VHS watching the stuff that's on the VHS, like other than just the movie?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Everything. I love previews. The previews are the best part.
Previews are fantastic.
But sometimes on the VHS, they have weird things. Like, I remember we were watching one, and it was Return to Oz on VHS.
You were telling me about that.
And then all of a sudden, after the credits, there was like, because at the very beginning, it was like this awkward of Fairuza Balk. Or whatever her name is, right?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Frauzow?
No. Let's be clear. You pronounced it right.
Whoa. Her name's so odd that that's the only way it's got to be super, right? Anyways. And then she did this weird thing and you're like, was she just there before the movie being like, this is the movie? And you're like, they got her to do this? and then after the credits, there was an interview with her. Like the world's most awkward interview at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, right on.
You want to see the world's most awkward You want to see the world's most awkward interview? It's her interview when they're talking about what was it, Hearts of Darkness, in the it's the making of I can't think of it, The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, there's just The Craft.
Well, like she had a journey. She literally ran away from the production, and they had to like catch her at the airport and bring her back.
Oh God!
And like she was like trying to
let her go.
I know, and she was trying to have. Well, I guess at this point it was too deep into it.
Fuck that! Like, who cares? I'd be like, no, I'm not dealing with this.
What's his face? Rob Morrow from like Northern Exposure was originally the main dude. Like the guy that David Thewlis ended up playing. And literally they were like 2 days into production and he was on a boat on a ship to shore phone going like, get me the fuck out of here.
That's why they can't say, and once you call your agent and stuff and be like, I'm tired of doing scenes opposite Marlon Brando's lower half. Like, I'd be like, no. If I was I'd be like, get your fucking hands off me right now. I don't give a shit what I signed.
What is he saying? Wasn't he the best actor ever?
No, he's dubbing over himself because it's his lower half that's speaking.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Assy, what was that cop? Assy McGee?
Yes.
You ever see that show?
I did,
What a fucking show that was. How come that was not a feature film?
I don't know.
Oh
just
my God.
On title alone. There's a kids show we've got at my TV station, and it's called The Day My Butt Went Psycho.
See, that sounds like a good one.
And then there's another one called Wish Fart.
Murderer? Wish Fart.
Yes.
Like a genie that when it farts, you get like a wish based on the consistency and like smell of the fart.
I can't give you all.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You earned this one.
Oh, that's going to be a good wish. You almost shit yourself.
Why did you wish for hot dogs? You clearly just ate some. You get it. But
It writes itself.
exactly. It's a whole thing.
All right.
But what is, of all your VHS, what is the, as far as like extra stuff being either the trailers beforehand or any extra stuff, what is the best one you have, do you think?
As of right now, also that one sticks out as
Yeah.
I did like the extras on the VHS of Sound of Music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had some extras on there, which is pretty neat.
Nice.
I know there's one in there that I'm like not thinking of. Probably a Full Moon or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, I watched Evil Bong.
Oh, yeah.
I canceled my Full Moon subscription. About Hard Times and even $6.99. I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Evil Bong was a good one though. Lots of boobs in Evil Bong.
$6.99 is only, I think, $1 cheaper than Disney Plus is going to be in the United States.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I'm
So
like,
there's a-
what the hell?
When
so I got to
CISO
see
came
as many full moons as I can in
Yeah.
about like 7 days.
yeah, when CISO came out, which was another streaming one, it was all comedy. It had lots of like original comedy specials. You could watch every episode of like SNL. You could watch everything that Monty Python ever did.
Right.
And it was $3.99 a month. It's gone now, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. See, I mean, these movies are like, oh my Lord.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things where it's like these movies are impossible to find. I think that's the selling point to it.
Trancers, we started watching Trancers and fell asleep or something happened.
Yeah.
But as happens with Full Moon. And Trancers looked to be the most actual movie, like, and Helen Hunt is in it.
Yeah.
And but it looked like the more like an actual movie.
It's actually a prequel to Mad About You.
Yeah, it could be. It's like a time traveling adventure.
If you
I
wait
gotta
until
get on
after the
Trancers
credits,
later.
if you wait till the end credits, Paul Reiser shows up. And it's
Oh my God, with an
Monday
alien coming out of them.
night.
That could be the same universe. Totally.
Why not? I'm actually now convinced that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is part of the new adventures of old Christine verse.
Something was just morphed into one of the universes. Oh, the Italian Job is now canon in Fast and Furious. Something happens in Hobbs and Shaw that brings mention to the Italian Job.
Interesting.
Making that like...
That's interesting.
Which is weird because Charlize Theron was in the Italian Job and then she was the bad guy in... Maybe the whole thing went wrong. Maybe she's like, I'm tired of these fucking little Coopers. I want something with some beef behind the hood.
A submarine.
Yeah, that's got beef. You think a nuclear reactor ain't beef under the hood?
It is literally beef.
Yeah.
It's not, because that would literally beef would be a cow.
Yeah.
But you get it.
It runs off cow farts.
Yes.
Methane. It's a methane submarine.
That's the wish fart.
Yeah.
We did it. All right.
Fucking A.
So over the next couple weeks,
slow news week.
no.
You're gonna
So, but that's the kind of stuff that you're going to hear in our next couple of episodes. There's some transition for your ass. Yeah, we don't have a movie coming up for the next 2 weeks. This is going to be our celebration of season 3. We're going to do next week is going to be our best. It's our outtakes episode. Now, we pride ourselves as having like all of our commentaries are single take episodes, but everything before and after is kind of up in the air, because as long as the movie's not physically playing while it's going, like anything can happen. And then of course all our mini episodes, we're just fucking beasts and like so
just beasting.
So there's stuff that's all around. But yeah, we wanted to give you guys a little clip so you have some idea of what you have in store. So
Sure, they have no idea. If this is your first time, right on. Here you go.
So here it is. Hey everybody, we're not watching anything, you fucking morons.
That's how you keep them. Yep. That's how you keep them in the sea.
I'm putting that in the outtakes, but I'm keeping your part. Hey everybody, and welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley. I gotta do the
Okay, because I was like, I don't even know why. I have the giggles. Oh yeah, Christopher Guest. Yeah. What a guy, eh?
Great guy, married to Jamie Lee Curtis. I like that he didn't pursue her; she pursued him.
Ooh,
like it's just crazy to me. I figure it's this guy. No, but it's like
that's crazy.
No, but it's
girls
just,
chasing boys.
Well, it's just to me like no, it's not that. It's just the idea of like when they met, she was at her absolute like most desirable, and I just picture like
I'd still bang her.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying that like I picture most like actors trying to like get, connections through their agents. It's like I need to get her number or whatever. But she is like, this man is the man, and I need to know him.
He played it cool. I guarantee he played it cool. Yeah. He never hit on her. He was probably a gentleman the whole time. Maybe a little bit uppity, just enough.
Nagging her a little?
Yeah, just a little bit uppity. Like I think he might be. Because he knows that he's like comedy royalty, this guy.
I'm so terrified that he won't like me.
He'll hate you.
So that is just a little bit of what you've got in store for next week's episode.
Are we going right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just me laughing at us. Yeah. You should wait until I finish laughing. And
I want to enjoy. I like that we can enjoy ourselves, right?
Woo, yeah. You might as well. If you're not going to enjoy yourself, then who's gonna?
Exactly.
Right.
Which is really a bummer, because with my family away, I had to invite him over instead of enjoying myself for 12 straight hours.
I'll enjoy him for myself.
No, I'm sweaty right now. You wouldn't like that.
That's how I like it.
I'm so grossed out by the thought of that. I don't get grossed out by a lot, but that did it.
Good.
And the week after, so that's not going to be a very long episode because we don't fuck up that much, guys.
That's right.
Wink. But afterwards, we are going to regale you with our best of season 3.
Boom.
It's a big compilation. There's going to be a lot of information about the year.
I don't want to ruin this for you guys, but it's literally you're just listening back to back to every episode we've done.
Yeah, exactly.
There's really nothing cut together. It's a whole ruse. It's a joke.
Well, I'm going to actually be honest with you. This is the year I finally figured out how to do it properly and actually like compile this shit as I go along, as opposed to go back and find everything. It takes a lot longer.
Oh, because I asked you that and I was like, how the hell you go? But it was like when you make little notes, like little book markers or pod markers or sound markers. I don't fucking know.
Well, it also wasn't it was like semi-conscious decision to not do it before, because I wanted to go over and then see how it held up,
right?
As opposed to I liked this in the moment,
so it's
part of the best of.
Yep. I hear that's it. Sound reasoning to me.
Yeah, but now, we got lots of stuff. We've got different like themed compilations. We've got a compilation of us doing like our best impressions and all sorts of things. So give that a listen. It's always a good. Those are always a good like foot in the door of what we're like. So like, when you're recommending the podcast to somebody, you do one of two things. Either give them the best of so they know what we're all about, and then you can see, oh, okay, they like these guys, they're funny or whatever. Or give them your favorite movies.
Right.
Or what, like movies that they would like or something like that.
Yeah, I think the best is just to listen to a couple.
Yeah.
Four of them.
One of them has to be Thor in case the person has a speech impediment. Listen to Thor.
I like Thor 4 times. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what that was.
It's okay. And
it wasn't nice to anybody, and I apologize.
No, hey, these things happen. I'm just saying sometimes you don't understand when somebody says something.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be over the phone, and the phone line could be bad. But we wanted to play a quick little clip of what you have to look forward to in that episode.
Right on.
So here we go. His nostrils are so fucking distracting.
He's a nostril actor.
He is.
It's an actual technique. I saw it in Strasbourg.
16 Candles takes place inside his nostrils.
Exactly. He does have really wonky nostrils. Why did you say that?
I'm sorry.
All I see, I'm looking at Ali Sheedy, I see his nostrils. Maybe it's their lives 10 years later.
No, but
you get to see Judd Nelson's relationship with his parents and all theirs and what happened. And did they get married and divorced and have a kid? Like, what happened?
What I would want to see is kind of a twist. Like, you don't have to save this twist for the end or anything.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Whose purse did you find the wagon wheel?
Oh my God. I can't remember who it was. I still remember that. Oh my God.
Well, I wouldn't want you to name her name anyway.
I can't remember who it was, but I remember sitting in the back of class and looking in her purse, and sticking out was a pad.
Yeah.
But I saw just like the top rim, and it looked exactly like the packaging for a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
Like a wonderful marshmallow chocolatey treat. And I was like, I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fat guy. I am stealing that. They don't even ask a question. Like, who stole me? I did.
This tasted
and
like
then I pulled
garbage.
it out, and I was like, oh my God. And went back, and I was like, never again. I received high school. Okay, we're talking. I'm not going to say who it is, but I have received my first gay wedding invitation.
All right, we did it.
No, the wedding's not gay. The invitation was gay. And I mean, what an invitation. Wow.
We're doing the Breakfast Club. Now, the good news about that is that kids will have been in school for almost 2 weeks at that point.
And that works out pretty well, actually.
Right? So, yeah, no, I know. Well,
Did you plan that?
Yes. I know, I legit planned this one.
Whatever.
You winked at
you
winked at me. No.
fucking liar.
No, I sincerely did that because I was like, what can we do for September? I'm like, oh, school. No, I'm totally lying.
I'm because you... the eyes are not. I just don't. I'm not feeling it.
No, do you know why I'm lying?
Liar.
Because this was your idea.
That's even better. I thought of it first.
yeah,
and then forgot it. I want to do a show like this. This would be a real thing.
Can I let you in on a little secret? We do a show like this.
Oh, neat.
This is
with microphones and everything?
Yes.
Oh, well. I'm going to take can you take an
Alan
Alan Smithy credit on your kid?
That would be amazing.
I'm not happy with this. Alan Smithy.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah. He's half black. Alan Smithy, this baby. Shit. Right out the...
Who's that? Who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Where's the trivia?
That's what I already friggin' told you.
Why don't you tell the people out there?
I was like, I don't have the trivia for this. I'm like, it doesn't matter. And then you called me out like a fucking asshole. I've been so busy, and I felt so guilty that I didn't get the research done. You should feel
even guiltier than you actually feel.
So much better when you were like, "Don't worry about it. We'll just riff. We'll just go." And then
throw you right under the plane wheels, bro. No, nighttime news.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's what you got to look forward to, and I mean, this episode's going to be considerably longer. There's a lot to unpack, believe it or not.
Ooh, a lot of baggage. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of baggage to unpack. Ooh, I got like the sweats.
Yeah, it's a particularly warm. I guess doing it at night, there's an advantage
like the
to
laugh sweats or something here.
Yeah. I have I'm wearing a neoprene shoulder straps sweats.
Just hard underarm, eh?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ice it later just to cool down. But yeah, so that was that, and yeah, I just want to take the time to thank everybody who listens to the show. We really appreciate it. It was a really fun season. I mean, all 3 seasons we've had a blast. We've been picking a lot of fun movies.
Agreed.
That we've been enjoying. And so, yeah, we're everybody who subscribes to us on iTunes or on YouTube or anywhere else, anybody who's commented, thank you guys so much. We love interacting with you guys when we get the opportunity to, which is why we want you to call us. That's why we put out those sexy phone.
Damn right, man.
Right? So
I believe, you know what? Our lives are living nightmares.
Yeah.
And I thank you guys for allowing us to change that nightmare into a dream. And thank you for going on the journey with us.
That's very nice. I don't think you meant any of it, but that's fine. No, it's been a lot of fun. It's given us a great excuse to like be together as much as possible.
That's all it really is.
Yeah, exactly. I actually have really bad news. I've never released an episode of this.
It's all a show.
I don't know how.
That would be me. If I was this would be the revelation, the season 3 shock twist.
Yeah. No, I think I've been doing it, but it's just they're just all like they're all on a GeoCities site but they're all unplayable files.
Exactly. It's like
yeah.
Like everything in my life, an unplayable file.
Wonderful.
I mean, we're just getting started too. This is season 3,
mm-hmm.
And then I feel like the snowball is just starting to roll down the mountain.
Yeah,
like we were pushing it up, but now it seems it's getting bigger. Like that Katamari roll game where you just roll everything up. You know that game? You fucking roll. You start like with the table.
I can only think about Fireball Island.
You start rolling the table, and then it grabs onto this, and then it grabs the TV, and it grabs the table over there and the chairs, and then the ball gets bigger and bigger, and then it's like cities, and then it's like planets, and then you ever see this game? That's what we're doing.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
It's called like Katamari Durol or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go look it up, guys. I'm gonna have to as well.
Keep rolling that ball.
Well, when you said game at first, I was thinking board game, and I'm like, so this is a board game where you destroy the universe? What?
That's what every board game turned out to be, because I don't read the rules.
I know. But that made Monopoly better.
I agree.
That free parking not doing anything is the worst rule in the history of board games.
You think really in this day and age there's going to be a free parking space?
Mm-hmm. My favorite all-time rule is how I play the game as often as I can is I use goods and services for trade in Monopoly. So it's like, okay, you're broke, but you don't have to, but you have to pay me rent that you can't afford. Well, instead of mortgaging your thing, I will consider your rent paid if you go get me a drink every time I ask for one. So now he's my servant, right? Like, and I'm
Your
like, hey,
manservant.
hey, you get me a drink.
Or whoever it is that has gotten themselves into this financial predicament.
Yeah, but be honest, try it. It's a more fun, if you've got like, 4 to 6 people doing that, it's a more
rules.
It's a more fun version, and it's just like real financial life. There's no friggin' real rules out there.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, well, they even have that Monopoly Cheaters edition now, where it's like you have to like cheat as often as you can.
Oh my god,
but
you pull a card, it's like cheat on your wife now.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my god. What a game.
Yeah, that's my key party board game that I'm working on. That'd be a
keys in the bowl.
That'd be a funny, remember like Mystery Date where you open the door and you're like, oh, I got the jock. Well, I'm going to do on Key Party, and you pull out the key and then you put it in the thing and then it opens up and it's like, oh, I got old lady like Benson. She's just one of those ones who she showed up, but like we said, anybody who was a couple could show up.
Right.
Now my wife has to fuck old man Benson.
Or it could be like, like there's the bowl is over there, like the golden fish bowl. You have to throw your keys, and it's sort of like curling, where like the outer ring, the inner ring being a bullseye, and that would depend on where you would step on the board, and whoever you're closest to at the end of the game, you got to bang.
Guys, this is no longer an episode of Miscast Commentary. This is a brainstorming session for a swingers-based board game
Which
that we're going to
started out of your no rules Monopoly.
Well,
you could have the Monopoly, like the Hollywood edition, where like, hey, you don't have any money. Watch me jerk off into this plant. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got any money, huh?
Yeah.
You want that role?
I can make sure you're set up for life. Why don't you come into the back room with me?
Exactly. Casting couch, Monopoly.
Oh my god. Your house will stink worse than it did in that version of Monopoly, but
Well, depending.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, try the non-swingers version of it first. Work your way up. So like I said, just any rule. You could literally make the person do like just whatever. It's
you can
just
do,
like
you can even do chores or something. You'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want this, then you got to do my vacuuming for whatever. Or you got to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to come over and do whatever, or now you with like social media and that stuff, you could do a like I will give you this property, but I get to tweet whatever I want from your Twitter
On your own
account,
thing.
and stuff like that.
That's almost like a truth and dare kind of
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
take
raise
the
the
deal.
stakes, because I mean, a lot of board games now are more adult. Like, your Cards Against Humanity.
I love that
things
game.
like that. I love it too. I have the biggest version of it ever. You should come over sometime and we'll just play it.
That'd
We'll
be
just get
good.
a bunch of people. I've written over 100 cards. Because you get the blank ones, and I write them like
sweet.
fucking.
I didn't know you could do that. It was that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun when you go over to somebody's house.
So you have like
play
the
it.
big double D edition,
The bigger,
right?
blacker box.
Yeah,
it's called, yes. And then they have a thing in it, because it came with a bunch of cards. One was a big black cock.
Nice.
And then a bigger, blacker cock.
Oh, like
but
just
then
the cards.
There's another card hidden in the lining of the box. You actually have to physically cut it out with like an X-Acto knife, and it's a gold card that says the biggest, blackest cock.
That's cool. I like that.
But that's what I'm
Find
saying.
it in the like a hidden secret.
Yeah, but they're trying to find board games for adults, right? I have a really hard time with board games because nobody likes to play trivia games against me. It's very difficult to find people who play trivia games against me, because I've literally just like run the board,
run the
like
table,
Trivial Pursuits. And,
well, I'm good with like the entertainment stuff.
Yeah,
but fucking you're that guy.
But it's that kind of thing, and it's like not even to brag. It's just shitty, a little bit, but no, but it's just like I like to play those games, but nobody wants to play them,
right? Because they're just gonna get at their asses handed.
Yeah, well, or it's just like okay, we're playing in teams, great, go ahead. But then it also sucks for me because like I'll know the answer, but then if somebody else is like, nope, this is it, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Fucking like just like steamroll them the entire time, and I'm like, okay, we'll try yours, and then it ended up being my thing, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, like.
Yep.
So life sucks, but yeah.
It's like when you play a video game with somebody and they play the game a million times.
Oh yeah.
And the moment you you reappear because they kill you again. You don't even take like one step and you're like, boom, dad. I'm like, the fuck, like.
I played Halo with somebody. I've only played Halo one time.
Yeah.
And I played with
It's
somebody.
Like, that's exactly what people, the same thing when people play Trivial Pursuit with you.
Yeah, kind of. And except you can know things ahead of time. I can't know anything about Halo. But I go in and this guy had played Halo like every day forever. And I would go up and I'm like, oh, there's a gun. I run towards it. Boom.
Yeah.
And then, oh, here's the thing. Boom. And I just keep dying and dying and dying. And I was like, I'm not even. And so I just literally stopped. I'm like, well, if I'm not playing,
Yeah, what the hell's the fucking point?
And then, little side note to that guy was dishonorably just discharged from the army later on.
I thought from Halo.
From Halo as well. No, he was Master Chief dishonorably discharged him. But
that's the lowest honor you can get.
Yeah. So just so you know, he didn't play fair in real army.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. He didn't. Yep.
Yeah. No, I don't actually know what the circumstances were behind that. It's not like he was like in Abu Ghraib or something like that.
Right.
It was just something happened.
Whatever.
I don't know. He
whatever happens out there, they get dishonorably discharged.
Yeah.
Punch your sergeant in the face because you're a badass.
Took a shit on a tank.
Yeah. I'm tired of you telling me what to do, Corporal Sergeant. Yeah.
Thank you for your service, turds.
When you go ring the bell, he's ringing the bell. You know, 'cause when you quit the army, you have to do the walk of shame and like ring the bell. Was that just in Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I feel that's in like every army.
Yeah.
Every training movie.
We're going to war. Yeah, I'm sure there's something. I think it's probably trumpets.
That was pretty good, actually.
I'm the best.
Wow.
I'm Michael Winslow.
Of the trumpet realm.
Yeah.
Trumpet mouth.
See, you just proved that it's not that difficult. You went from, hey, you've got a skill to, oh, no, it's not a skill. It's just a thing people can do.
Through osmosis.
Yeah. He caught it sexually.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah. So I think that's a weird place to end this one.
I think it's a perfect place.
As always, guys, find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Call or text us 1-289-769-3288.
Call it, man.
I over-enunciated it, so you will call. Find us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley, at Miscast Todd over here. We have our Instagram at Miscast Commentary. I'm at JK Finley on that one. Tumblr, find us there. Join our Facebook page. Like us there. Plenty of places to find us, connect with us. We want to hear from you. Go check out our Patreon site. We've got that stuff on there. The official announcements of when we're going to launch is coming very soon.
Sweet. That's exciting.
And we're going to, the week before, we will launch, I'm going to launch the first 10 minutes of the first episode for everybody to hear so they can kind of see what we're getting into. And that'll be the first episode of Game of Thrones that they'll be able to see.
Awesome.
And yeah, so we're
what
going to
go. Show.
So we're going to go from there. We love you guys very much. Thank you so much for allowing us to get through 3 seasons of this. We will see you. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with a new coming attractions and the announcements for the movies coming up.
Right on.
And we'll see you later.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.